ABC Radio presents Cooking Up the Holidays with Little Big Town.
Don't wanna wait till the sun's sinking, we could be feeling alright.
Hey y'all, we're Little Big Town, wishing you a happy Thanksgiving and happy holidays.
You're my painkiller. A little dose of you goes a long, long way. On the pontoon, making waves and catching rays up on the roof. I feel no shame, I'm proud of where I came from. I was born and raised in the blue.
Now, here's Little Big Town's Kimberly Schlapman.
I'm Kimberly Schlapman of Little Big Town, and I am excited to welcome you to our radio special, Cooking Up the Holidays. If you've seen my cooking channel show, Kimberly Simply Southern, or picked up my cookbook, Oh Gussie, you know I love food, family, and home, and filling up people's bellies, and that's what Thanksgiving is all about. Coming up, I'll be sharing some of my favorite holiday food memories with you, and you'll also hear from some of country's biggest stars, like Tim McGraw.
You know, Thanksgiving it's one of my favorite meals of the year, so I'm not going to skip out on anything. My wife cooks a great Thanksgiving dinner, and we have the traditional turkey and cornbread dressing and all the vegetables that are grown in our parents' garden. We have cornbread and peas.
Carrie Underwood.
Like pecan pie is my husband's favorite, and I always try to make it, and it's definitely not his mom's. So maybe someday.
Florida Georgia Line.
All I think about is sweet potato casserole. So that's my jam. It's what I look forward to every year.
And a lot more. So let's get things started by talking about Thanksgiving at my house. Some of my favorite Thanksgiving foods that I love to prepare every year are sweet potato casserole. We cannot have Thanksgiving at my house without sweet potato casserole. And corn casserole. On my husband's side of the family, we have to have the corn casserole. On my side of the family, we have to have the sweet potato casserole, or it's just not going to be Thanksgiving. And also, in the South, we have dressing that goes with our turkey. And it's a very specific recipe with biscuits and cornbread in it. And I know in the North, y'all have stuffing, but in the South, we have dressing. And families get really particular about their dressing. But we have more food than we could ever eat at our house, and then we eat on it all week long. But most important, at our house, we have the whole family's there. My side, my husband's side. This year, we'll have about 17 people at our house for the week. And we have people sleeping on couches, on blow-up mattresses. We even turn one of our walk-in closets into a little bedroom. Just a whole lot of fun and making lots and lots of memories. And there's a lot of recipes in my cookbook that I use for Thanksgiving also. Lots of good ones. So the sweet potato casserole is in the cookbook. The corn casserole is in the cookbook. The dressing recipe, which I told you is so specific. It's my grandmother's recipe. And that one's in there that we always serve along with the turkey. And then there's lots of desserts in there. One of our favorites at Thanksgiving is the glazed apple cake. And lots of little bars, cookie bars and stuff like that. So you could do a whole Thanksgiving meal if you pick up that cookbook. Of course, after all that eating and drinking, some of us might need to take a little something to help us feel better. So let's listen to our latest single, Painkiller, right here on Cooking Up the Holidays. That's the title track from our album Painkiller. I'm Kimberly Schlapman of Little Big Town. Most people look forward to heading home on Thanksgiving, but Luke Bryan is heading to Dallas, Texas for a very special event and a very special meal.
All of these games we play, I can't even keep them all straight.
For Thanksgiving, I'm doing the halftime show at the Cowboys game. So we're going to we'll be eating, I guess, Thanksgiving dinner in AT&T Stadium, which will be amazing. So we're excited to team up with the Cowboys and the Salvation Army and do that.
And while the Cowboys are kicking the ball down the field, I think we all know what Luke will be doing. Here's Kick the Dust Up on Cooking Up the Holidays.
Kick the dust up.
From Luke Bryan's latest album, Kill the Lights, that's Kick the Dust Up. I'm Little Big Town's Kimberly Schlapman. Since my fellow country stars and I are always on the road during the year, it's sometimes hard to eat healthy, but we do the best we can. During the holidays, though, even those of us who work super hard to stay in shape, like Tim McGraw, for example, will let things slip up a little bit.
Don't know where we're gonna be, but I know we're gonna be sitting on top of the world. So keep hanging on to me, yeah, don't you wanna be sitting on top of the world?
You know, Thanksgiving it's one of my favorite meals of the year, so I'm not going to skip out on anything. My wife cooks a great Thanksgiving dinner, and we have the traditional turkey and cornbread dressing and all the vegetables that are grown in our parents' garden. We have cornbread and peas and green beans and butter beans and the cranberry sauce, all those things. So we don't miss out on anything at Thanksgiving.
With Meanwhile Back at Mama's, that's Tim McGraw with wife Faith Hill, who always cooks him great Thanksgiving dinners. She is an amazing cook. I'm Little Big Town's Kimberly Schlapman. Kip Moore is another artist who likes to eat clean most of the year, but he says when it comes to Thanksgiving, he just cannot resist all that great food his mama makes.
No, they don't make guys like me. You get exactly what you see. I come from a long line of bloodline that ain't gonna change.
Well, during the holidays, I let it go a little bit, man. I stretch my legs a little bit. My mom makes this amazing mac and cheese dish, and I will sit there and dominate several plates of that. Sweet potato casserole, I have to get down on that, and I always polish off some red velvet cake at the end of the night, almost to the point of just sickness. Red velvet cake is my go-to. And my mom makes these amazing rolls, and they're so amazing that my little sister, years ago, she got caught. She was putting the rolls in her pockets so that she had plenty, so that they didn't all get eaten. I mean, we caught her because her pockets looked huge, and my mom was like, "Mallory, what do you got in your pockets?" And she was trying to hide what she had done, and she had taken all the rolls and just stuffed them in her pockets because she was like us, man. We craved the rolls, but she was just trying to steal them all. There's not a lot of cheese, man. It's all about the pasta. She does like this homemade pasta, man, and just it's not just your Kraft shells, man. It's I don't know how she does it. I mean, I need to pay attention. I just eat the finished product. She works hard over it. She labors over it, and I take care of it.
With something about a truck, that's Kip Moore. I'm Kimberly Schlapman of Little Big Town. Now don't go anywhere, because when we come back, you'll hear from another famous country cook. We'll also talk turkey with Dierks Bentley, and we'll find out which star admits he doesn't really like Thanksgiving food that much. Man, is he missing out.
Little Big Town's Cooking Up the Holidays will return after this. Come on in. Dinner's ready. It's Little Big Town's Cooking Up the Holidays.
Hey, it's Jimmy, and welcome back to Cooking Up the Holidays with Little Big Town.
Now, here's Little Big Town's Kimberly Schlapman.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back to ABC Radio's Cooking Up the Holidays. Now, I'm not the only one who's got her own cooking show. Miss Trisha Yearwood is also really well known for her culinary skills. She says around the holidays, she likes to share recipes with her friends. She is a great cook.
Well, my friends and I always have a cookie party. So we always get together every year, and everybody comes over and brings their favorite recipe. And, somebody's job is to bring 24 eggs, and somebody brings it's really fun.
My favorite cookie to bake personally is called a Schlap Happy Bar. They have chocolate chips, butterscotch chips, Heath candy bar all crushed up inside, and a whole bunch of other goodness, and they're pretty doggone tasty. But you know who benefits most from Trisha's cooking expertise, right? Her husband, Garth Brooks, of course.
Man, during the holidays, she makes things like this bacon-wrapped asparagus, that bacon-wrapped asparagus that she does. Mashed potatoes, of course, but she also does a sweet potato souffle that's out of this world. She does this turkey that she has a special way of baking it, which is phenomenal. It's never dry. It's always moist, but it's not too moist. It's just fantastic.
I believe in miracles.
That's one country couple who are perfect for each other. She loves to cook, and he loves to eat. It's Garth Brooks and Trisha Yearwood with their duet, Where Your Road Leads. I'm Little Big Town's Kimberly Schlapman. You know, it's not just us women who do the cooking on Thanksgiving. One guy who has a lot to say over how the star of the meal comes out at his house is Dierks Bentley.
We cook it traditionally. When we're in a couple Thanksgivings ago, we were here in Nashville and we did the whole fried the turkey up, which is great. I mean, it just tastes so good. All the juices get locked in there, and I love that too. You really can't, to me, cook a turkey wrong. I'm going to eat it anyway. And I had the flat meat. I've done turkey everywhere you can do it, so I'm pretty good anyway. You want to cook it up, but you got to have a turkey for Thanksgiving. What?
With home, home, there's Dirks Bentley. I'm Little Big Town's Kimberly Schlapman, and I'm hoping you get to travel to the place that you call home this Thanksgiving. You know, since Dirks is so focused on the turkey aspect of the Thanksgiving meal, maybe Thomas Rhett should go over to his house this year, because even with all the great side dishes that come along with Thanksgiving, Thomas admits that turkey is really the only part of the meal he likes. I need to get a hold of him.
My dad's mom makes my favorite dressing, and my mom's mom makes my favorite turkey. Completely separate. One's in Valdosta, one's in Knoxville, and we usually switch up every year. But I don't like a whole lot of Thanksgiving food. I don't like the cranberries, and I just stick to turkey and dressing. That's it. No gravy.
Yeah, girl, bend it.
That's Thomas Rhett with a song whose lyrics might just describe how he feels when he sees that turkey and dressing on Thanksgiving. Gotta get me some of that. I'm Kimberly Schlapman of Little Big Town. When we come back with our special Cooking Up the Holidays, we'll hear why one artist says his favorite part of Thanksgiving weekend is smoking all night. So stay right here.
We'll be right back with Little Big Town's Cooking Up the Holidays. Little Big Town's Cooking Up the Holidays.
Hey, it's Philip Sweet, and we're back with Cooking Up the Holidays with Little Big Town.
Welcome back to our Cooking Up the Holidays radio special. I'm Kimberly Schlapman of Little Big Town. Now you gotta figure Zach Brown is a foodie. After all, Zach Brown Band hosts their Southern Ground Music and Food Festival every year. Well, you'd be right. But around Thanksgiving, they really step things up.
Thanksgiving Day, we go to my sister's house every year. It's unbelievable. Everybody in the family makes 2 dishes, and we bring them all. And the spread we have there, everybody in my family can really cook. So we do that, and then the Sunday after Thanksgiving, all of our friends come to our house. And we stay up all night the night before and smoke meat, and we smoke usually whole ribeyes. That's one of my favorite days of the year.
You know, well, I'm a chicken fried.
I'm willing to bet there's something chicken fried on Zach Brown's table each year during Thanksgiving. I'm Kimberly Schlapman of Little Big Town. Okay, I learned to fry chicken from my grandmother Bramlett. She makes the best fried chicken. I would have to put that up against Zach Brown's if he'd let me. Sometimes holiday traditions like the one Zach just described are more important than the food. That happens at my house. Carrie Underwood and her husband are looking forward to their first Thanksgiving with their baby boy, Isaiah. And she says visiting with family is the tradition she wants him to experience the most.
We go to one set of grandparents, and then we go to the other set of grandparents, and the next year it'll be like flipped. And so I think that's probably what he'll remember the most, and not so much Mom's cooking until, God, I hope he doesn't remember Mom's cooking. I'm not bad, but I'm not great either. But yeah, I mean, just the effort to go see family. That's what I want him to know.
He said... There's Carrie Underwood with her hit, Something in the Water. I'm Little Big Town's Kimberly Schlapman. Cole Swindell is another singer who says family is a huge part of his holiday tradition every year.
We've always had a close family, so it's really the holidays, whether it be Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever, is the only time we really all get to be together as a family and just sitting around the table and holding hands, saying the blessing, telling stories. That's just, you know, all the things that make Thanksgiving special to me.
There's Cole Swindell with his first #1 hit, Chillin' It. I'm Kimberly Schlapman of Little Big Town. In past years, Miranda Lambert's Thanksgiving tradition has been to hunt for her own wild turkey and fry it up. Now that is a real woman. That might change this year, but one tradition we're sure she'll keep is fixing, fattening holiday treats. And she's a good cook. I've had her cookies.
Pretty much everything I cook, especially for holiday recipes, involves milk. Pretty much every single thing. You know, we cook with a lot of sugar and flour and milk, and we're Southern people, okay? We like a lot of that stuff. We like it thick and creamy.
With The House That Built Me, it's Miranda Lambert, right here on Cooking Up the Holidays. I'm Kimberly Schlapman of Little Big Town, and when we come back, the rest of Little Big Town is going to join me as we talk more about holiday food and family traditions. Don't go away.
Little Big Town's Cooking Up the Holidays will return after this. It's Little Big Town's Cooking Up the Holidays. You're just in time for the pumpkin pie.
Hey y'all, we're Little Big Town, wishing you a happy Thanksgiving and happy holidays.
Now here's Little Big Town.
Hey, I'm gonna lick this house, spin it all around, toss it in the air and put it in the ground.
Welcome back, y'all, to our ABC radio special, Cooking Up the Holidays. I'm Kimberly Schlapman of Little Big Town, and now the rest of my gang's here with me.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello.
Happy holidays.
Holidays usually center around home and food, and that's why we love Thanksgiving, because it's time we get to spend with our families when we've been on the road so much, which we love, but it's always good to be back home. It's good to be with family and reconnect and eat and fellowship around the table.
And eat and eat.
And eat and eat.
That's what I love. I can't wait.
The whole thing. I want the turkey. I want the dressing. I have to have my mama's dressing.
Oh, yeah.
And cornbread
And
and
ham.
ham.
You have to have ham.
And pretzel
that's,
salad.
That's big in my family.
Yeah.
We
ham
always
is-
have a big, fat ham.
Ham,
I love
ham,
it.
ham. I
And the
love
yams. You can't forget the yams, my favorite.
Ham and yams. Sweet potato casserole.
Oh, yes.
With the pecans on top, or as Kimberly says, pecans.
Pecans.
Oh,
Yes, the
milk
crunchy
one.
pecans and the brown sugar on top. Oh, I'm getting hungry.
You can't leave out the melted marshmallows, though.
No, that's true. You cannot.
I got to say that one of the things that we're definitely most thankful for this holiday season is our fans, because they keep supporting us. They're so good to us, and we can't thank them enough for making Girl Crush such a big song. And they just took it on as their own, and we're just proud that it won a CMA Awards for both Single and Song of the Year earlier this month. Unbelievable. So grateful.
So here it is. Here's a Girl Crush on Cooking Up the Holidays.
That was us, Little Big Town with Girl Crush, and I'm Jimmy Westbrook.
So now that we know all of our favorite Thanksgiving foods, let's hear from some other folks.
Being the girl in the country song, how in the world did it go so wrong?
Maddie and Tay, they live about 7 hours from one another, so they don't usually get to spend Thanksgiving together. So they each have very different dishes that they love.
Mine is broccoli cheese casserole for Christmas. My mom makes it for Thanksgiving and Christmas, so I look forward to that every year.
Mine is actually very funny. I love cranberry sauce. And it's really not, you can have it at any time, honestly, but Thanksgiving's obviously the most popular time for that. But I could eat cranberry sauce for a whole meal. It's great. That's actually the thing that I always set out on the table. Maybe that's why I love it, because I feel like I'm being important. Putting some cranberry sauce on the table. I think it's really good, and I eat it as dessert and my meal.
That's the duo who just won the CMA for Music Video of the Year earlier this month. It's Maddie and Tay with Fly. I'm Karen of Little Big Town.
All right, Thanksgiving also means, especially for you, Kimberly, Black Friday.
I love me
It
some
means
Black
Christmas shopping season has begun. So I've got to mention that if you're looking for some cool and one-of-a-kind gifts for your family members, the ladies of Little Big Town have some amazing ideas. Kimberly has her Oh Gussie cookbook and her home collection line, which is now available at Cracker Barrel. And Karen has her own clothing line, aptly named Fairchild.
Every day's Black Friday to me.
That is true. Shopping is always in season.
Yeah, you have to check out Kimberly's Cracker Barrel line. If you have Christmas, stuff to buy, the dishes are amazing. And if you want to check out the fashion from Fairchild, you can go to evine.com.
I love me some Fairchild clothing.
I have seen Kimberly in several pieces
Oh, yes, you
of
have.
Fairchild line so far. So now let's get back to food, our favorite parts.
Why should we go round and round the truth like we've been doing? Every time we like her, we're losing.
Now we're going to hear from the guys who just won their third straight CMA Award for Vocal Duo of the Year, and so well-deserved, Florida Georgia Line. And Tyler Hubbard has very strong feelings about his favorite Thanksgiving dish.
All I think about is sweet potato casserole. So that's my jam, and I love it all. Green beans and macaroni and cheese and all that. But man, that sweet potato casserole that my nanny makes, it's what I look forward to every year.
With Anything Goes, the title track off their current album, it's Florida Georgia Line. I'm Jimmy Westbrook of Little Big Town.
I'm Karen Fairchild of Little Big Town. Next up, we're going to hear from our fellow CMA Award-winning vocal group, Rascal Flatts. Jay, Jodan, and Gary can talk all day long about their favorite holiday foods.
Mashed potatoes and gravy, lumpy, just good. Probably my wife's corn casserole too.
Yeah,
that's good.
I'm getting hungry. Mammal's macaroni and cheese is the best.
It's nice. Green bean casserole rocks. I love turkey. First off, geez, who doesn't? That honey baked ham's always good too. If you can get one of those. Ooh.
And Jay is pretty obsessed with that mac and cheese.
I know different people like macaroni and cheese different ways, but it doesn't have that thick, hard layer on top of it. It's creamy all the way through. So you don't have to deal with that burnt sort of top layer of cheese. It's creamy.
No crumbles on top of it?
No.
Breading?
Creamy all the way through.
With banjo, that's Rascal Flatts. I'm Karen of Little Big Town. Now, Kimberly, I know you love mac and cheese like I do. Like I think that's why Elijah likes mac and cheese, is because that's all I ate when I was pregnant. So,
yes, I think
do you have mac and cheese tips?
I do. You know, you and I, didn't we cook mac and cheese on my cooking show?
Oh, we
Remember
did.
we made that great cheese sauce? Oh, that white cheese sauce. Oh, my
Cheese
stars.
sauce. That's just a great
Cheese
phrase.
sauce. You got to start
That's
with
another name for
good-
awesome sauce.
Awesome cheese sauce.
Awesome sauce, cheese sauce.
Well, when we come back, we'll hear more from your favorite stars and their favorite holiday dishes, so stick around.
We'll be right back with Little Big Town's Cooking Up the Holidays. Just those eating pants. It's Little Big Town's Cooking Up the Holidays.
Hey, we're Little Big Town, and we're welcoming you back to our radio special, Cooking Up the Holidays. I'm Jimmy Westbrook.
Next up, we've got Charles Kelly of Lady Antebellum, and he's about to hit the road in support of his amazing new solo project, which we all are big fans of. He's also thankful for one Thanksgiving food in particular.
My Aunt Wanda makes cream corn. It is unreal. It is the best thing in the world. It's all kind of mushy and it's the best. I mean, our Thanksgiving's kind of nuts. We go up to North Georgia Mountains where my dad was born, and we have about 60 or 70 of our family members come. It's pretty nuts. It's like a family reunion, honestly.
All right, that's Charles Kelly with his new solo single featuring Dierks Bentley and Eric Pasley, The Driver, and it's fantastic.
We love that song.
Charles would literally drive a long way to get that cream corn, I'm sure.
Yes, he would.
We love you, Charles. Love that single. This is Karen of Little Big Town.
When he goes back home to Mississippi, Randy Hauser says he can't wait to sit down and dig into some of his mother's holiday cooking.
My mama makes the best cornbread dressing on the planet. I swear she does. And, and she also makes this other thing that I really like called 5-cup salad. And it's like, I don't know, like coconut and pears, and I don't even know what's all in it, but it's so good. And Mama, if you're listening, I'll be looking for some of that soon.
Sounds like Randy's mom's cooking tastes how country feels for sure. Let's listen to it here on Cooking Up the Holidays.
With How Country Feels, that's Randy Hauser. I'm Karen Fairchild of Little Big Town.
Now we're going to hear from a group whose members always spend the holidays together because they're all related. Neil, Kimberly, and Reed Perry of the band Perry all have their favorite foods. And Neil says it's actually Kimberly who fixes his.
For me, it's sweet potato casserole at Thanksgiving, and Kimberly makes it. And it's not like, what do? You put the marshmallow and the nutty mixture on top. Usually people just do one or the other. She does both.
Well, it's a very simple concoction, but it's only got like 2 calories in it. So no big deal.
It's very healthy.
No, it's one of our favorites, I'll have to say. It's like eating dessert as a side dish.
There's a song whose title is probably what the band Perry says when they're through polishing off their Thanksgiving meal. Done.
All done.
That's how I feel, too.
Now make sure you stay right here, because when we come back, it's time for the best part, dessert. That's right here on Cooking Up the Holidays.
We'll be right back with Little Big Town's Cooking Up the Holidays. We've got it all. It's Little Big Town's Cooking Up the Holidays.
Hey, we're Little Big Town.
And welcome back to our radio special, Cooking Up the Holidays.
We've spent a lot of time talking about Thanksgiving food, but now we're going to talk about 2 very important things, drinking and dessert.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite parts.
Oh, the desserts. Red velvet cake and pecan pie. That's my tops.
Oh, my sister Cheryl, she makes this thing that we have every year, and she calls it Cherry Delight, and it's just amazing. It's like graham cracker crust. It's cherry pie and got lots of Cool Whip.
Yum.
Very
Can't go wrong with
sweet.
Cool Whip.
Yeah, anything
Yummy.
with Cool Whip and graham cracker crust.
Oh,
And I'm
that's
in.
perfect.
Yes. And carrot cake. And I know I have to make Crazy Daisy bars for my Crazy Daisy. Karen, what's Elijah's favorite dessert?
Well, my mom makes candy every Christmas with the kids, with the grandkids,
Yes.
and so they
Aw.
put on chef hats and they make
their
my
aprons.
my grandmother's fudge recipe.
Aw.
So that's a must. And then potato candy, which I know not a lot of people aren't very familiar with, but it's like peanut butter and you use a potato in it. It's really, really good.
I want to try some of that. What about Penelope's, Philip?
Yeah, she is a a cupcake. If there's a cupcake in front of her, that's what she wants. She loves cupcakes, and so we'll always have cupcakes around. She'll eat like 10 of them.
She is a cupcake.
She is a cupcake.
Well, desserts are amazing, but I'd like to give a little time to the drink part. My favorite holiday drink would have to be, and this has to do with Kimberly,
Oh, dear.
because I never really had fresh eggnog before.
You're welcome.
But if you're going to have a holiday drink, it should be eggnog. And Kimberly gets this amazing eggnog from a local dairy there around where she grew up, and it is delicious. It's the best I've ever had.
Yes. We should call them
We should.
and tell them we'd like to order a boatload.
We usually do. It seems like we order that
I know, it's
every
so
year
good.
by the gallon.
Well, holiday drinks are also very important to our pal Brett Eldridge. There's one he says that he enjoys on Thanksgiving and Christmas because it really gets him in the mood to celebrate.
I like my uncle's brandy Alexanders, which are a staple. It's not cooking, but it's cooking to me because that's my favorite meal of the evening of the holidays. It's got some kind of brandy and ice cream and something else, and whatever he has in there, it's like always gets me feeling right to open presents and be holly and jolly. If you know what I mean?
Yeah, Brett, I know exactly what you mean, but you got to watch out, buddy, because too many of those and you just might lose your mind for sure. If you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I do. With Lose My Mind, that's Brett Eldridge. I'm Philip Sweet of Little Big Town.
Next up, we're going to hear from one of this year's hottest new acts, Sam Hunt. Unsurprisingly, he says he's looking forward to doing some hunting this Thanksgiving, but he's also excited about chowing down.
I'm such a foodie anyway. A pecan pie is about, that's the end all for me. And a big old glass of milk, that's what I have to fight. And turnip greens.
With Leave the Night On, that's Sam Hunt, who'll be hunting down some pecan pie during the holidays. I'm Jimmy Westbrook of Little Big Town.
Another singer who's looking forward to the dessert course is Michael Ray, but he says he might have to make it himself this year.
My grandmother makes this dump cake. I never knew if that was a real word, if that was just something redneck term my family made up, because it's just a bunch of stuff dumped into a bowl. So it's like chocolate cake, chocolate pudding, whipped cream, Heath bars, chocolate cake layered up, right? And it causes little family feuds, once it gets to the end. Everybody has that dish that reminds them of like the holidays, so hopefully we end up trying to rig up how to make that. Grandma won't be with us this year, so hopefully we can FaceTime her and get the recipe on her.
With his debut hit, Kiss You in the Morning, that's Michael Ray. I'm Jimmy Westbrook of Little Big Town.
And I'm Karen Fairchild. We've just about come to the end of our ABC radio special, Cooking Up the Holidays. But we want to leave you with one more song before we go. It's a duet I recorded with our good friend Luke Bryan. It's called Home Alone Tonight. We recently debuted it on the American Music Awards. I ran into Luke at a board meeting one day. We're both on the CMA board, and he had told me about this hit song that he heard called Home Alone Tonight, and he was brainstorming about it being a duet, and I guess because I walked in the room, and lucky me, because we were in the same meeting, he was like, oh, hey, there's a girl singer.
It was probably a little more than that, but that's fine.
So we brainstormed about it at the board meeting, and then he sent it to me, and as soon as I heard it, I knew I wanted to do it, and I'm so happy that he asked me to be a part of the song. I'm Karen of Little Big Town, along with Luke Bryan. That's our duet, Home Alone Tonight.
We hope y'all enjoyed visiting with us on Cooking Up the Holidays, and by now, we're pretty sure you must be good and hungry, because we are.
Enjoy your Thanksgiving dinner and all your holiday meals.
Yes, and we want to wish you all a very happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays, and happy New Year.
We'll see y'all on the road in 2016.
We're Little Big Town.
Little Big Town's Cooking Up the Holidays was written and produced by Andrea Dresdale and Debbie DeLuca and hosted by Kimberly Schlapman. Special thanks to Donna Hughes, Capital Nashville, and Little Big Town. Happy holidays from ABC Radio.